Sir Squishy Paws would like to say a good morning. Good morning to them. Yes, Sir Squishy Paws. And he also says, happy last Monday of 5th grade. Wait, how could that be? Are we done with school this week? No, we have 2 weeks left. But next Monday, you don't have school because it's Memorial Day. So this is your last Monday of school. So what does this week bring? This week brings, let's stick to the routine, okay? There's, as you knew last week when we did Ships Across the Ocean, when I came and gave you your popsicles, Miss Lindsay's class, they saved all of you from homework this week. Now, I know you haven't had any math homework, technically. I'm talking about math homework. I know you haven't had any math homework really so far because I think you guys do most of it in school if you have time. But this week, it's only going to be in class, okay? So if you don't get it done, that's okay, but I think you'll have time to finish it in class. Why is that? Why am I giving Miss Lindsay's class credit? Because we played Ships Across the Ocean. I said, ships across the ocean, ships across the sea. Captain, captain, you can't catch me. Anyone that doesn't want math homework for the rest of the year, and everybody ran. So I said, you know what? I will grant your wish. Okay? Well, there you go. All right, so what are we going to do this week? We're going to dive into some more 6th grade math. If you think about last week, what did we do? We talked to introduce percents. We went from fraction, decimal to percent, showing that they're the same thing with different uses and how to convert them, right? And then we introduced variables on Friday, variables just being a letter that represents a value. So there's something missing, you've got to figure it out. And today I'm going to teach you one-step equations, all right? But before we do that, let's head over to our notebooks and set it up. I'm sure that you guys already know how to do that since we do it all the time. This is great skill to bring with you to middle school. Whether your teacher makes you or not, always label 5. 20, is it 4? Oh, I'm going to go with 24. 24, 21. Okay, now whether you do 3-column notes in middle school or not, I'm not sure. But you will have the choice to do it how you want. There they are. Okay, what are we going to label it? We're going to label it 1 step equations. We have a problem of the day. And yes, we also are going to have a doodle of the day. Exciting stuff. So let's go back up to our problem of the day. I'm going to switch back so you guys can see our problem of the day. And then you can pause the video and either go, well, and then unpause it and I'll go over it. But let's close that out. Let's make me a lot smaller. And, oh, we didn't talk about the theme. The theme for the week is week 37, 2 to go. 2 to go. 2 to go. All right, problem of the day. What does y equal? That says 7 right there. That's supposed to be a y. Look, I'm fixing it on the fly. There you go. What does y equal in the equation 24 plus y equals 36? So right now what I'd like you to do is pause the video, give that a shot, see if you can see what y equals. All right, you should be back. So let's do our problem of the day. So we had 24 plus y equals 36. Y equals what? So it's the same thing, remember. If you were in a lower grade, it would be 24 plus blank equals 36. Some of you, it just popped right into your brain. I know, it's 12. Yes, it is 12. So remember what we also did on Friday. Wherever there's a y now, because remember you're saying y and 12 are the same thing. So wherever there's a y, you put a 12. Does 24 plus 12 equal 36? It does. Boom. All right, before we work on today's lesson, let's dive into the doodle of the day. I actually have a video from our favorite TikTok guy. I'll play it a couple of times. He's going to draw a giraffe for you. I had asked my homeroom what their favorite animal was last week, and a lot of kids said a lot of different things. A couple of kids said giraffe is their favorite animal. So here we go. Let's draw a giraffe.
Yo, I finally figured out the easiest way to draw a giraffe. Come with. Even if you don't draw, you can draw this. Start by drawing an uneven house shape. Off the shorter side of the roof, draw a big 7 and 2 lines down. Then these weird parentheses in the back. To draw the giraffe head, start with these little eyes. Just kidding, these are ears and you put little antennae between them. A big archy smile, and then lines down for the legs as well. Now let's use the rest of the house shape to make the distinctive giraffe body. Outline the parentheses in the back for guides on how to draw your back legs. Those are the basics, so let's snap in some detail. Don't forget to drop a follow.
Okay, so I'm going to play it again. That might have been too fast for you. Last week, Kimberly from Distance Learning, Kimberly Brewy, she did an awesome drawing of a wolf for us. And she did that same technique where you draw, like, remember that house he drew? That was like that. You draw really light at first because it's just your guide. At the end, you actually erase that because those are just your guidelines so you can stay proportional. Proportional meaning that one part isn't way bigger than the other part, then it looks like an actual animal. So let's play it again. I know that was super fast. Here we go.
Yo, I finally figured out the easiest way to draw a giraffe. Come with. Even if you don't draw, you can draw this. Start by drawing an uneven house shape.
Okay, so an uneven house shape, but that should be very light because that's going to get erased.
Off the shorter side of the roof, draw a big 7 and 2 lines down. Then
a big 7 with 2 lines down, and then look at the back legs.
These weird parentheses in the back. To draw the giraffe head, start with these little eyes.
Okay, now look where it is in comparison to the 7, top of the 7.
Just kidding, these are ears and you put little antennae between them. A big archy smile.
I bet you that's the key right there. How big you make that nose proportional to the ears is really going to make it look like a cartoon one or kind of more a real one.
And then lines down for the legs as well. Now let's use the rest of the house shape to make the distinctive giraffe body. Outline the parentheses in the back for guides on how to draw your back leg.
Okay, so now he's going to snap his fingers and put in all the details. So I'll pause it so you can see the details he puts in.
Those are the basics, so let's snap in some detail. Don't forget to drop a follow.
So there's the details. You see he did some shading down here. Do you have to do that? No, but look how he put in the hooves. And then the spots. And then look at, remember along the back neck, they have their kind of like hairy mane. And then he's got his eyes. And then even some thicker shading look around the ears. And so there you go. All right, so that's your doodle of the day. So go ahead, take some more time to do your doodle of the day. Maybe redo it, and then let's jump over to our lesson. You can pause the video as we're doing. Oh, just pause the recording for a second. Okay, so let's dive back over to our lesson for today. Okay, so solving one-step equations. So what you're going to want to do is over here, we have a couple of notes to take on our left side. Our first note is our goal is to get the variable. Remember, what is a variable? It's the letter by itself. This isn't going to make much sense until we do it. So I'll let you write that down. Our goal is to get the variable, the letter by itself. How do you do that? How do I do that? How do you get the variable by itself? By using the inverse opposite operation. Some actual math words there. Plus, take away, multiply, divide. Okay, so let you write down those notes. Those are our goals. This is how you solve equations. Now, that might not make sense right now, but it will when we start to work, okay? All right, so let's do this. Let's do m plus 8 equals 10. Now, I'm starting with very, very easy equations on purpose. I already know you can figure this out. You're like, the answer is 2, right? But I am going to show you how to use algebra, how to use solving one-step equations to solve this. Again, you have to let go of the fact that you already know how to solve it. You already know the answer is 2. That's actually a good thing, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So it says our goal is to get the variable by itself. So you see, what is our variable? It's an m, right? The letter's the m. I need to get the letter by itself. So what I first do, actually, I forgot to do this, is you draw a line kind of down here like this to show that we have 2 sides of the equation. We have this side, and then we have this side, okay? And right now they're balanced. So to be able to solve it, what you want to do is, remember, get the m by itself. So if we look on this side, what is in the way of the m? I see let me change to red quick. I see an adding a symbol operation, and I see an 8. Those are in the way. If I took those away, look, we'd have just the m by itself. So how do we get rid of the plus and the 8? How do I do that? By using the inverse operation. So what is the opposite of adding? It's subtracting. So watch. Below it, you put subtract 8. But when you do that, if this was a scale, a scale that goes up and down, it would go like this. Because you just took 8, it's no longer balanced. So what you have to do is you have to take 8 from that side. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other side. Now it's balanced. So look what happens here. You add plus 8 and then minus 8. So these go away and you get 0. Over here, you get 10, take away 8 is 2. And what's left on the side? Remember, all this went away. And look what you're left with. M equals 2. All right, we're going to do that exact same problem. So you say, yeah, m equals 2. So let's do the exact same problem again. And let's go a little bit faster through the steps. So I draw a line. You don't have to draw this line, but I just say it to split. So now we have 1/2 and the other half. On the half with the letter, our goal is to get the letter by itself. So how do you do it? It says right there, by using the inverse operation. So instead of adding, you're going to subtract. And what are you going to subtract? Whatever that number is. But whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So what are you left with? Now you just do the math. 8 plus 8, take away 8, equals nothing, equals 0. So all you have left is an m, equals, right? Equals. And then 10, take away 8 is 2. The answer is 2. So what we're going to work on, 5th graders, in the next couple of problems is I want you to solve it this way. Not just saying, I can already do it in my head. I know the answer is 2. Well, that's great. But what we're practicing here is not trying to find the answer. We're practicing the process. This right here, okay? All right, so let's try another one. Let's try W plus 57 equals 88. There, a little bit harder problem. All the same steps. Let's think through the steps here. What do we have to do? Let's split it so we have one side and another side. What is our goal? Our goal is to get the letter by itself. So what's in the way of the letter? The plus 57. How do we get rid of the plus 57? We do the opposite, which would be subtract 57 from both sides. This crosses out because it will equal 0. You get W equals, remember, whatever you do to the one side, you have to do to the other side. And then you just subtract. 31. Now, what we learned also, remember, 5th graders, last week, and I forgot to do this on this one, is wherever I see a W now, see where there's a W? Put in what you think the answer is. So you think it's 31, so put a 31 right there. Now, does 31 plus 57 equal 88? It does. Okay, let's try one on your own now. Here's one for you guys to solve. let's do n plus 17 equals 30. Oh, how about equals 38? Okay, go ahead, pause the video. Why don't you guys go over that as a class? All right, I know you already went it over as a class, so I'll just do it quickly. Draw the line down, trying to get the n by itself. So what do you do? The opposite. We're going to subtract 17 from both sides. This crosses out. The only thing left is an n equals 21. Wherever, now you might have forgot this part because I did on the first one. Wherever you see an n, put a 21. So right there, let's go back in and put a 21. Does 21 plus 17 equal 38? Again, the answer would be yes. Okay, I'm flipping my paper. You might still have room. I'm just doing it because there's, because I need more room. So let's try this one though. Let's do x minus 10 equals 20. Okay, all the same steps, fifth graders. All the same. I know we have subtraction now, but that doesn't matter. And remember, the x now, it doesn't mean multiply. It's our variable. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split it. So we have two sides, side 1 and side 2. What is my goal? It's to get the letter by itself. So what do I have to do? The opposite inverse operation. Let's look. Remember, the opposite operation. So what's the opposite of subtracting? Adding. So let's add 10 to this side and add 10 to this side. This crosses out. X equals 20 plus 10 is 30. And then let's put it back in. So wherever I see an X, I put a 30. Does 30 take away 10 equal 20? Another yes. Okay, so Miss Smith and Miss Lindsay, you guys can do a few on your own if you feel they need more practice, or else let's just do our 5 problems here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be your classwork, your independent work for you guys to try on your own. Okay? All right, let's do m plus 9 equals 18. Remember, you can't just do it in your head. You need to solve it by using the equations, okay? Let's do w plus 51 equals 99. Let's do y plus 3 equals 12. Let's do n minus 15 equals 35. And let's do, give me a letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's do an F. F minus 81 equals 72. All right. Good luck, 5th graders. There is some algebra. You're already diving into 6th grade math. I'm not going to correct these, by the way. Teachers, you're going to have to correct those with them. Okay, so that's it for my video. Good luck with your independent work. I hope to come visit you guys today. I'm still working on the Iron Man mask. We have some cool stuff planned for the end of the year for you guys next week. And I'm sure your teacher will be doing also some fun stuff with you this week, okay? Have a great week, 5th graders.